With Season 19 almost being over, the mid-season update is finally dropping, and a lot of pros and content creators are kind of liking this update from what it sounds like. Not a big update, of course, not like an overall update. Not changing anything super crazy, but some good quality of life updates, some legend updates, some weapon updates too. All in all, it seemed like and looks like a pretty good update so far for the mid-season. Of course, this is also alongside with the Final Fantasy crossover event, which we will talk about tomorrow. This is not a conversation piece today. I'm gonna talk about that on the release of it because that video in and of itself is going to be some judgment involved. Balance updates. Crafting rotation, R301 and Vault leave the crafter and are back on floor. Hemlock and Alternator into the crafter, which I'm a little upset about because I love the Hemlock. Hemlock's very good. Instead of having two options for a burst weapon, you now have only the Nemesis unless you want to go out of your way and go craft a Hemlock, which why would you do that if you have the Nemesis, which shoots way faster than the Hemlock fully charged, because the Nemesis is still better because of the charge up ability it has, because when it's fully charged up, that thing will dunk on you and you will be knocked in the matter of 2.5 seconds at most sometimes. Alternator, I'm kind of about. I liked picking that up off of floor loot very beginning of game. It felt really, it always felt good to me. I've always loved the Alternator. Disruptor rounds made it better, of course. If you get lucky and find that early game, you can keep it for a little bit until you want to swap it. I'm not that upset about it. The Volt coming back to the floor loot, I'm actually okay with. The 301 back on floor loot is not going to be used at all, pretty much whatsoever, unless you're just having a nostalgia moment and you really want to use it again. That's probably not going to be something I'm running, in all honesty. I just don't see myself going for that. I used to love 301 and now I just hate it. It just sucks. Volt's really good though. Volt does a lot of damage to it. Has some good iron sights to it too. I've kind of missed using it. Glad that's back in. Weapons update. Mastiff. Tactical reload time reduced to 0.9 was 1.03. Empty reload time reduced to 1.6 was 1.7. Draw time reduced to 0.45 was 0.8. The draw time on the Mastiff is gonna make it kind of a competitor to having like a PK, and I say that because at all times having a PK in your pocket, you can find disruptors at any point in time, and that makes it goated weapon to have in any scenario because you can 100 pump someone super consistently after you get disruptors, and it's disgusting and very annoying to play against because I've died in 3 pumps with disruptor PKs. It's actually depressing every time it happens because I'm usually on a really decent game. 99, damage reduced to 11 was 12. Carson G, damage also reduced to 12 was 13. The Volt not being in this makes me want to say the Volt actually has a chance to contend against the 99 right now because the Volt just does more damage but is slower. So I understand why people still are going to use the 99, like myself. I'm still going to use the 99 majority of the time because SMG meta is still good. That Mastiff getting its buff though makes it more viable and useful. So people might enjoy it more, might get shotguns back in the meta a little bit. I don't know that. I think the SMGs are still going to reign meta for the secondary weapons at least. Legends, Catalyst, Piercing Spikes now require line of sight enemy player to activate. Spikes that have not been activated will still slow players. The second part, my brain cannot fathom how that works because they need line of sight to activate. If they're at a door and they're like going through the door, does it do damage at all or does it just slow them? I don't know. I have to test that because it doesn't say it specifically. Improved Horizon audio to make falls less silent. That has been needed for a very long time. Hard landing audio adjusted to match other legends. Soft landings now play audio in World, not just for Horizon. Gravity Lift exit audio range increased to make it easier to hear characters who exit. This is another nerf for Horizon, which is needed, but you're still going to see her in the competitive high elo gameplays. You're still going to see her in ALGS. She's just a really good legend after the nerf she got a long time ago with her Grav Lift being super slow now and stuff like that. I mean, yeah, this was needed. New Castle. Castle Wall. Impact will now destroy conduits, energy barrier, mines. Mobile shield can now be destroyed by enemy crypto EMP. Delayed balance adjustments from the Season 19.0 patch are now fully integrated. Why they were delayed, I don't know. I don't even know what they're talking about. I feel like they should have listed it. And the mobile shield and the castle kind of balance themselves out. Rampart, amped walls are no longer destroyed by friendly crypto EMP or Mad Maggie's Wrecking Ball. Very nice. That makes me think Watson's gen has a chance to eventually no longer destroy grenades, Mad Maggie's Q, Horizon's Q, Bangalore's Q. That makes me think eventually that might be an option, which I think it should be. If friendly's playing Watson and they have a gen down, it should not eat your cat spikes, it should not eat your Bangalore smokes, grenades in general, all the above for friendlies. Maps, Storm Point added and adjusted cover to Zeus Station and Echo HQ, added ring console to coastal map, added trident to barometer, adjusted the position of the ring console, survey beacon, and crafting station at lightning rod, reduced volume of ambient audio at Zeus station and Echo HQ, removed ring console, survey beacon, and crafting station from Thunderwatch, so that got a nerf, resolved a number of additional bugs and rat spots, restored missing ring console at command center. Command center also gets a buff right there too. Echo HQ added 4 new staircases at Echo HQ to improve vertical navigation around the perimeter. Rooftop of Echo HQ is now out of bounds. Zipline and rooftop hatch have been removed. So Echo HQ gets a nerf. Yeah, it's a nerf and a balance at the same time, I guess. But with the rooftop now being out of bounds, I mean, you can't play ultimate height anymore. I want to see what that looks like. What is Echo HQ's height? Oh, that's out of bounds now? Wow. Honestly, okay with it. I'm not upset anymore. Watson's Pylon, adjust the position of the zip lines at Watson's Pylon to improve consistency of mantle jumping. Reduce amount of ultra rare loot at Watson's Pylon. Zeus Station added additional cover and zip lines at Zeus Station for mixtape modes only. Increase the speed of the redeploy balloon zip line at Zeus Station by 25%. You can ignore the mixtape update. World System extended supply bins. Added a cap to the number of heat shields a team can receive from the secret drawer. Added a cap of number of medkits a team can receive from the secret drawer. Now, if you pay attention to ranked Apex, not competitive, just a rank, zone healers are still an issue. It has been going on for seasons now, and I feel like this is directed towards them because of the Lifelines healing in zone, the Lobas healing in zone, stuff like that. Like, there are people in top 100. No, I think number 4 right now was a zone healer. Number 3 or number 4 in the world. He's battling for We the People spot. He is a zone healer. You can check his track record of how he plays the game. He's been accused of account sharing because there was a point in time where he played for 20 hours plus, I want to say straight, or it was not 20 hours or like 2 days. That's a big difference. It's just a serious issue. Here, recently, it's really amped up and it's been very annoying to deal with. Legends update, Ash Ultimate can no longer be used with Trident to get under map. I feel like that was specific to Olympus because I've seen a lot of people getting under Olympus recently. I had to look up this word, how to say it. Niflheim Hunter's skin raven, now white, was black. Catalyst Piercing Spike's ability description now shows the correct max number of traps. Piercing Spikes is now be pinged again. Ultimate no longer shows as ready in inventory without being fully charged. Conduit, fixed energy barricade V-shape. Deployment when looking directly at the ground. Tactical can no longer be used on respawn team still in dropship. Crypto, fixed Crypto, taking ring damage while standing in a heat shield if controlling his drone in the ring. Low buff, restored movement speed while holding tactical if it was activated while standing still. Mad Maggie, fixed damage numbers not showing correctly when hitting Revenant's ultimate shroud with Wrecking Ball. Passive no longer works through catalyst walls. Revenant no longer occasionally becomes invincible during his ultimate if his shroud is broken while marked by Vantage's sniper. I didn't even know that was a thing. Vantage corrected sniper ult bullet damage to mark targets when breaking Gibraltar's arm shield or Revenant's ultimate shroud. Watson, ultimate correctly recharges shield when placed after Bangalore's smoke. This was a big one I've seen for the Mirage mains. Mirage decoys improved issues against terrain that would cause destruction or floating. Any destroyed by terrain will now be refunded. Improved to more correctly copy the ADS state of the player. No longer mimic reviving or executing animations. That is insane. That's a quality of life update. That's not even like a specific improvement to like his abilities. I mean, it is. I mean, that's pretty much his abilities getting buffed in a way. I'm not upset. This is actually a pretty good patch notes. We gotta wait till tomorrow to talk about this event though, because I think everyone has a bone to pick with Apex and Respawn and EA. I think it's EA's fault. It's always EA's fault, let's be honest. But man, a lot of players are not happy about this event coming out. Not bad patch notes though. It's kind of a decent update.